Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa,
I'm Abby.
and this is Finest Fundraising 101 webinar. So I'm going to take you through how to use your fundraising page, and Abby at the end is going to do some frequently asked questions. And we're recording it today because they're calling for snow tomorrow, so hopefully you'll have some free time on your hands to go through this video. We'll keep it short and sweet. All right, so I am going to share my screen and take you through the fundraising page. Okay. So this is Philadelphia's Finest fundraising page. Here you'll see the main picture. And to go to your page, you can actually, if you're already logged in, you can click right on your page. Like so. Or on the main page, you can always go to log in on the corner, top right-hand corner here. Usually it'll just already have it open if you're in. But the quickest way, if you're on our main page, to go to yours is to just click on your name. All right, so this is your dashboard. This is where you'll have access to all of your different information here. Your dashboard provides you with an overview of your fundraising progress to your goal, donations, the number of emails sent, and a checklist for an effective campaign. Now, here on this little checklist right here, it gives you any check marks of things that you have done already. So in order to have a really successful campaign, we recommend that you have all check marks over here. And here's where you could see your recent donations once you get some, emails sent, and here we have a percentage to your goal. So this just gives you a snapshot to everything here. If you'd like to change your profile picture, the best way to do so is to go to here, upload your photo. And you can upload your photo from something saved. I know you guys all have headshots, so we recommend you use those as well. Okay, my page. So this is pretty straightforward. This is what everybody is going to see when they get to your page. So the welcome message, we provide all of this template here for you. However, please feel free to personalize. If you want to change it up here, instead of saying welcome to Vanessa's page, you could do welcome to Vanessa Juicy's page. So you can do that as well and hit save. And then you see it changed it up here. So, welcome message. URL. We highly recommend you create a URL. I know most of you have already done so, but here you can go and change the URL should you need to. But again, you want it to be something easy, obviously something close to your name. So since I already done it, I'm just going to X out here. And your goal, hey, you're already up to 2,500. Joe Starecki, little shout out. You can always up your goal. So, and sometimes we encourage you to do so that if you are nearing your goal, you want people to say, oh, she only has $5 left, I'm not going to donate. So we always encourage you to increase your goal, so that way it always looks like you're still trying to attain your goal, and you're just a little bit short. So that way it encourages people to give towards you. And then donate here. So if this is your dashboard, so you can click donate to yourself or buy tickets. And then we also have these little links here to share on Twitter, Facebook, and email. Unfortunately, we do not have Instagram. So the only social media that we have right here is these three here. And then also this will show up on your page as well. So if you add any kind of photos, so here I had added the picture of our kickoff. If you have any photos of a loved one with CF, or those videos that Jean is working really hard to create, this is a great place to add that. So you can always post here as like an update. Hello, thank you for viewing my page. So you could post that as like an update, or hey, I'm only $500 away from my goal. Here's where you can upload a picture. And then here's where you can also upload a video. So YouTube, Vimeo, and Facebook. I probably pronounced that wrong. So, email. Email is the next bucket we have here. So your contacts book. So this is where you can add everything into your contacts here. we usually go to contact book here, and then that's where you can import your contacts. So this is from your Outlook, so business contacts, Gmail, Apple, Outlook, Yahoo, whatever you guys have, you can import them all here. And what that'll do is it'll populate into your list here. So when you go back to the email tab, and then you can also add in people manually. So if you wanted to put, Dear Jean, the email address, jean.com. I think he's at gmail.com. Dear Jean, and then you would add the email. So here's a template here where it says, don't forget about the finest event. So we have all these templates here for you, so you really don't have to recreate the wheel. Here's just the generic, I'll soon be honored. Don't forget about the finest, donate and or purchase your ticket. And thank you for your gift. So if someone, we encourage you guys to definitely thank people. It's always just a nice touch. So this is a great way to just send a quick email. Again, you don't have to recreate the wheel, but this is just really easy. And then update my donors is what you would use for thank you for your gift, or you could say, I just hit my goal. So you can also put that as well, that you're nearing your goal or you hit your goal. This is just another way to let your donors know. So that's email and contact book. And then if you want to send something to everybody, you can always click this and it sends it to all the contacts in your book. Or you can select people and say, you know, I don't want Jean to get it. I just sent him an email. I'm just going to send it to Abby and Vanessa. And then here you can add a contact, export this to a CSV file, and delete them all, or you can send. So there's some, like a shortcut here, this actions button here. Share. So you can share on Facebook, which I know many of you have done. It's pretty easy. You just put a message in here, what you wanted to say. It can go to your friends, accept certain people, public, so however you guys want to post. So it's pretty easy. And it's pretty much the same thing for Twitter and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is another popular one. If you have a lot of business contacts, that's a great way to get your work involved, or if you want to let your boss know that you're doing something like this, LinkedIn's a great way to use that. Reports. So once you get some donors, not quite there yet, here it'll populate all of their information. So donor name, email, address. So here you can keep track. If someone said they're going to donate and you didn't see it in there, it'll show up here, all of their information, status, type. So if they bought a ticket, if they made a general donation, if they bought a sponsorship, all that will be in this information here. You can also add an offline donation here as well, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then you can also download this in a CSV file, which, if you don't know, CSV stands for comma separated value, which is really a fancy way of saying Excel. So here you can, once you have it to Excel, you can do whatever you'd like. You can organize it by email, amount, type, recurring. So here you can do whatever you need to do if you want to keep track of all your donors. Let's save it right now. And then my info is just I don't know why it says $2 there. But here's where you would select button here. It says honoree or committee member. So it's basically a snapshot of your dashboard here. So those are just some of the basic functions for your page. I don't think I went over this, but if you want to change your lovely background photo, would go to my page. And here it'll have you select a campaign image or upload an image. You would just click upload. And then let's see if I can change it. Upload. really slow. And so here you'll see this is our awards looked like last year. So you can move it up and down, which is great. So if you're like, oh, I only want this part with my name on it, you can zoom in or out. Nice. And if you like it, you could just say, all right, I'm going to go for it and hit check mark, and it'll save that photo for you. So again, it's just a nice way to kind of customize your page. If there's somebody that you're doing this for or has CF, this is a great way to incorporate them here as well. So those are just a couple of the different basic functions. And so I know some of you already have had questions, but I'm just going to go through some of the ones that I've already heard so far. So Abby, fire away.
Sure. First question. So let's say my aunt gave me a $20 bill and she doesn't want to do the online website. How would I input an offline donation for that $20 in cash?
Yep. Great question. So here under reports, we saw there was an offline donation button here. You can always go through here. You would put your aunt's name, first name, last name, any additional info. And if she gave you cash, you would put in the cash amount and the date you received it. If she says, don't put me on any of your websites, you can have her remain anonymous. Or if she gave you a check, you can do the same exact thing as well and even incorporate a check number. So that way she, you know, for her records and our records, we know which check to look out for. And then you would just toss that check or cash to either give us the cash or you would drop off the check or you can mail the check to our office. So really it would be cash and check you'd be dealing with. I don't think we've ever had a pledge. So either one of these two, that's how you do it. And you hit submit and it'll go right towards your page. Another way to do it is if you go here to dashboard, here's the button here where it says add offline donation. So it pretty much sends you to the same exact spot. You would put all of the donors' information here. So if their email and then in honor of, which would probably be you, or if they're doing it in honor of somebody else, you could put that information here as well. You can keep them anonymous. And then again, just put the cash or check information down here and hit submit.
Perfect, thank you. So how do I know that an amount has been credited to my page? So let's say my company said they purchased a half-page acknowledgement. Where could I find that information?
Sure. So it should show up on your main page. So for instance, if you go to our main page here, let's use Joe for instance. So it'll show up here in this little area here, so recent donations. It should show up here, but another way you can check to see, if I can go back to my page here. Another way you can check to see is you can run a report, which will have all the information here. And again, you can download the CSV file as well to kind of see what that came through and what didn't come through. And again, you could always call the office if maybe they sent us a check and you didn't know. So I'll always let you know if I receive some kind of offline donation as well.
Great. And where can I direct my donors or family members, etc., for sponsorship information and ticket information on the website? Where can they find that info?
Great question. So we encourage you to use your URL. That'll ensure that they go directly to your page. However, they can always access it from our main page. So we'll take you, for example, if they wanted to donate to you, they would just click on you as a person here. That'll take them to your page. And if they're going to buy let's say they want to buy a program book ad. So they would want to go to buy tickets. And here's all the information here. So we have all of our different sponsorship levels. Here's a full page acknowledgement, half page acknowledgement, or individual tickets. So if you're like, oh, I want to buy a ticket, I know I'm coming now, this is where they would go. So they could say, great, we're going to buy an individual ticket. This is great because they also have the ability to put their name in here as well. So if they're buying 2 tickets, they can put who the 2 names are, which is great. And that's great for us as well. And then if they wanted to buy a half-page acknowledgement, they would click 1, and then it would have their total here, and then they would just put their information in here, payment info. If they want to remain anonymous, we always give that option as well, and hit submit. And then that amount will go directly to your fundraising page. Likewise with a donation, so if they wanted to go directly to your page and just make a donation, they can do so right here. So they can use any of these pre-populated denominations or put in their own amount here, and then put in all their information, payment info, donate now. Great. So it's pretty simple. So those are some of the questions that I've received so far. It's a pretty easy website, but it has a really great, lot of tools that you can use for your fundraising. So that concludes the program. I promise to keep it short and sweet. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. And you can give me a call or email, and I'd be happy to walk you through this again in person. All right. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye.